You wake up after 8 hours, and somehow your brain still feels like it's running in slow motion. That's not laziness, and it's not just getting older. It's often a mismatch between sleep time and sleep quality. Sleep time is the number on the clock. Sleep quality is what your brain and body actually did during those hours. How much deep sleep you got, how stable your breathing was, and how often you quietly woke up. Here's the key idea. You can be unconscious for a long time and still not get the kind of sleep that clears mental fog. Tiny disruptions can fragment your sleep without you remembering them. And when sleep is fragmented, your brain may miss the cycles that support attention, memory, and emotional balance. Over the next few minutes, you'll learn the most common reasons good sleep doesn't feel good. You'll also get practical ways to test what's happening. Moving to slide 2. Let's build a simple mental model of what quality means. Your sleep runs in cycles, roughly 90 minutes each, moving through light sleep, deep sleep, and REM. Deep sleep is when your body does heavy repair work and your brain downshifts. REM is when your brain becomes more active again, and that's linked with memory processing and emotional regulation. Quality sleep isn't about staying in one stage all night. It's about completing enough healthy cycles, with minimal interruptions and with the right timing for your body clock. If you keep getting bumped out of deeper stages, you can wake up technically rested in hours, but not restored in function. This is why two people can both sleep 7.5 hours and feel totally different the next day. One got stable cycles, the other got choppy, shallow sleep. When you understand cycles, you stop chasing a perfect bedtime number and start looking for what's breaking the pattern. Moving to slide 3. One of the biggest hidden causes of morning fog is sleep fragmentation. That's when you wake up briefly, sometimes for only a few seconds, then fall back to sleep. You may not remember it at all, but your brain remembers because it had to switch states. Fragmentation can come from noise, light, temperature swings, stress dreams, a partner moving, pets, or even your own bladder. The important part is the pattern. Frequent tiny wake-ups prevent you from staying in deep sleep long enough. Studies show that even when total sleep time looks fine, fragmented sleep is linked with worse attention and slower thinking. If you suspect fragmentation, look for clues: waking up with a dry mouth, tossing and turning, waking up in different positions, or feeling like you slept lightly. The goal isn't perfection, it's fewer interruptions, especially in the first half of the night, when deep sleep is most common. Moving to slide 4. Another reason you can feel foggy is circadian misalignment. Your sleep schedule doesn't match your internal clock. Your brain runs on timing signals: light exposure, meal timing, activity, and consistent wake-up time. If you sleep at a time your body treats as biological daytime, your sleep can be lighter and more fragmented. This is common after sleeping in, rotating shifts, late-night screens, or weekend schedule swings. You might get 8 or 9 hours, but the timing makes it lower quality. A simple test is how you feel after waking at the same time for several days, even if bedtime varies a bit. Many people notice mental clarity improves when wake time is consistent, because it anchors the clock. Light is the strongest cue. Bright light in the morning and dimmer light at night helps your brain place sleep in the right window. It's not about discipline, it's about biology and timing signals. Moving to slide 5. Let's talk about the sleep environment, because small physical factors can change your sleep architecture. Temperature is a big one. Most people sleep best in a slightly cool room because your core body temperature naturally drops at night. If you're too warm, you can drift into lighter sleep and wake more often. Light is another. Even low-level light can suppress melatonin in some people and make sleep less stable. Noise works the same way. Your brain can react without fully waking. Then there's air quality and dryness, which can lead to congestion or mouth breathing. The tricky part is that you can still sleep through it and not realize your sleep was shallow. If you want a practical approach, change one variable for 3 nights at a time: cooler room, darker room, or steady background sound. You're not chasing a luxury setup. You're reducing the little triggers that keep your brain on alert. Moving to slide 6. Breathing issues during sleep are a major, often overlooked reason for morning brain fog. The most well-known is obstructive sleep apnea, where the airway repeatedly narrows or closes. but even milder breathing resistance can fragment sleep and reduce oxygen stability. You don't have to be a certain body type for this to matter. Common hints include loud snoring, waking up with headaches, dry mouth, or feeling tired despite long sleep. Some people also notice they wake up to pee more often, because disrupted breathing can stress the body. Studies link untreated sleep-disordered breathing with impaired attention and memory. The important point is not self-diagnosis. It's recognizing patterns that are worth discussing with a clinician, especially if a partner has noticed breathing pauses. If you suspect this, treat it like a data problem. Track symptoms, note snoring reports, and bring specifics. Better breathing can mean better sleep quality without adding a single extra hour. Moving to slide 7. Stress is another classic reason you wake up foggy after enough sleep. When your nervous system is on high alert, it can keep you in lighter sleep and increase early morning awakenings. You might fall asleep fine, but your brain keeps scanning for problems. That can reduce deep sleep, and it can also change REM patterns, which affects emotional resilience the next day. A common sign is waking up with your mind already racing, or feeling tired but wired. The solution isn't forcing yourself to relax. It's lowering the inputs that tell your brain it's still work time. A short wind-down routine helps because it becomes a cue. Lights dim, same order of steps, and a predictable endpoint. If you journal, keep it practical. Write tomorrow's top 3 tasks, then stop. You're not trying to solve your life at bedtime. You're telling your brain, we have a plan, you can stand down. Moving to slide 8. Now let's hit a big one. Caffeine and alcohol. Caffeine doesn't just delay sleep. It can reduce sleep depth, especially if you're sensitive or you drink it later than you think. Even if you fall asleep, your sleep can be lighter. Alcohol is the opposite trap. It can make you sleepy at first, so you think it helped. But studies show alcohol tends to fragment sleep later in the night and can reduce REM. That's a recipe for waking up foggy, anxious, or unrefreshed. The tricky part is dose and timing. A small amount affects some people a lot, and others less. If you want clarity, run a simple experiment. Keep everything the same for a week, but move caffeine earlier, or take a break from alcohol for several nights. Don't judge one night. Look for patterns across 3 to 5 nights. Your brain fog might be less about sleep hours and more about sleep chemistry. Moving to slide 9. Blood sugar swings can also make you feel groggy in the morning, even after a full night. For some people, a heavy late meal or lots of refined carbs can lead to more restless sleep, vivid dreams, or early waking. Others wake up hungry at 3 or 4 a.m. and can't fall back asleep easily. The mechanism isn't the same for everyone, but the pattern is common. Unstable energy signals can disturb sleep continuity. Hydration and salt balance can matter too, especially if you wake up thirsty or with cramps. The practical move is not a strict diet, it's a consistency test. Try finishing your last big meal a bit earlier for several nights. Keep late snacks smaller and more balanced. Pay attention to how often you wake up and how clear you feel in the first hour after waking. If your mornings improve, you've learned something specific about your sleep quality drivers. Moving to slide 10. Here's a counterintuitive cause of brain fog: sleeping too long for your current needs. Oversleeping can increase sleep inertia, that heavy, groggy feeling after waking. It often happens when you wake from deep sleep or when your schedule is irregular. If you sleep in far past your usual wake time, your circadian rhythm can drift and the next night gets worse. Another factor is catch-up sleep. It helps when you're sleep deprived, but it can also mask the real issue, which is poor sleep quality during the week. A better strategy is to stabilize wake time and aim for a consistent window, then adjust gradually. If you're experimenting, change your wake time by 15 to 30 minutes, not 2 hours, and judge the result by your first 2 hours of mental performance, not by how you feel the moment you open your eyes. Sometimes the fix for fog isn't more sleep, it's better timed sleep. Moving to slide 11. Let's make this actionable with a quick self-audit you can do without gadgets. First, rate your morning clarity 1 hour after waking, on a simple 1 to 10 scale. That's more reliable than the first 5 minutes. Next, note 3 things for a week: wake time, any nighttime awakenings you remember, and 1 likely disruptor, like alcohol, late caffeine, a late meal, or stress level. Then look for the strongest pattern. If fog tracks with late caffeine, that's a clear lever. If it tracks with snoring reports or dry mouth, that's a different lever. If it tracks with weekend sleep-ins, that's circadian. Keep the experiment clean. Change one variable at a time. The goal is not perfect sleep. The goal is identifying what moves the needle for you. Once you know your top two drivers, you can build a routine that protects sleep quality without obsessing over the clock. Moving to slide 12. Now let's talk about what to do first, because you don't need a 20-step routine. Start with the highest impact basics: consistent wake time, morning light, and a wind-down that reduces stimulation. Then improve your environment: cooler, darker, and quieter, with fewer surprises. After that, test caffeine timing and alcohol frequency, because those are common quality breakers. If brain fog persists and you have red flags like loud snoring, witnessed breathing pauses, morning headaches, or extreme daytime sleepiness, consider bringing it up with a healthcare professional. That's not alarmist, it's just efficient. Finally, give changes enough time. Sleep is variable night to night. Look for trends across at least a week. The win you're aiming for is simple. You wake up, and within an hour, your mind feels online. Not perfect, just reliably functional. When sleep quality improves, you often notice it first as better focus, steadier mood, and fewer cravings for quick energy. Moving to slide 13. So if you're foggy after good sleep, don't just add more hours and hope. Ask a better question. Did your sleep stay continuous? Did you complete healthy cycles? And was the timing aligned with your body clock? Most fixes come from removing small disruptors, not from chasing a perfect bedtime. If you want a simple starting point, pick one lever for the next week: consistent wake time, earlier caffeine cutoff, cooler room, or a calmer wind down. Then measure morning clarity 1 hour after waking, and see what actually changes. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more evidence-based explanations that turn confusing health topics into practical steps. And I'm curious, what's your bigger problem? A, you sleep long but wake foggy, or B, you can't stay asleep? This information is not a substitute for medical advice.